taking the Perryman tour on Dad's retirement party day. Pretty cool.
Hey man, give my wife a tour. Glad I came here, so thanks, Inga.
From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both
We're doing it.
know.
Where are we going?
Florida, Sunshine State.
By way of the Bourbon Trail.
We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sounds of the sea. With you right by my side.
On our first night of our adventure, we stayed at a Harvest Host called Whiskey Thieves Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. We had the entire distillery / farm all to ourselves. The sunset was magnificent. What a perfect way to start our trip. So who's retired?
Me,
This guy.
I quit. I'm a quitter. You get to be in everybody's home movies.
8299. So this one should be the sweetest because it's the high.
We toured the distillery, and after Dad had thieved his own bottle of retirement whiskey, we headed to Buffalo Trace Distillery. We were lucky enough to have snagged a hard hat tour, and it was worth the hype. We had access to almost all of the facility with our very great tour guide. We also learned that Buffalo Trace was actually named for the buffalo that once roamed in the Frankfort, Kentucky area. Who knew that buffalo roamed Kentucky in the past?
The difference between these two is that we actually have a big still being refined, it's going to take it a while.
Say something.
Buffalo Trace. Careful of how Waze takes you when you're pulling a travel trailer. Oops. From Buffalo Trace, we continued on to Maker's Mark. Unfortunately, Waze took us on a very narrow, unpaved road. Luckily, we didn't meet anyone because if we had, it would have been a disaster. There was absolutely no place to turn around. But finally, we arrived at the beautiful garden-like grounds of Maker's Mark and began another beautiful tour.
Don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today.
All of the distilleries we visited had open fermentation tanks, and we were invited to take a taste. Who knows what all is in those tanks?
One more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember
After watching the entire bottling process, I was able to dip my own bottle. I don't think dipping Maker's Mark bottles is my calling.
So straight in, straight out. Tilt the bottle to its side like you're trying to point the cap right out. Give it a quick spin and set it down. So again, just in, out, spin, set it. Whenever you're ready. Straight in, straight out, sideways. And you're gonna see it's gonna start to, it's fine. Why don't we get
Go put on that old wedding dress now. Probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band to play one more slow song, 'cause you still have all my love.
Oh my goodness!
One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show, let's get happy.
We did a quick tasting at Luxro Distillery. We were saving our last tour for Willett Distillery.
One more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show, let's get happy before we get old. Let's get happy before we get old.
We spent our second night at Log Still Distillery, another amazing harvest host. It might have been a wee bit cold this night.
One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before we get old.
And just been to a couple places. I've been
Okay.
to Baker's Mark and with a Buffalo Trail.
Great. Well,
This is a classic neat take.
we had definitely saved the best tour for last. Willett's Distillery was our favorite, both the tour and the bourbon. We were the only people on the tour, and our tour guide Mary was both knowledgeable and fun. The Willett cats were everywhere. I am sure they do a good job of keeping the mice away. Plus, they are great bourbon ambassadors. Oh my goodness!
Oh, look at that.
After the standard tasting tour, we were given an extra tasting in honor of Dad's retirement. It was smooth and delicious. As we were getting ready to leave, the owner/master distiller ran after us saying that he had just tapped a very special barrel and he asked if we would like a taste. Well, it was the best bourbon we have ever had or probably will ever have in the future. Willett Distillery is also known for its fabulous farm-to-table restaurant. It was not open when we were there, but we hope to return and give it a try. We were on the road again, working our way to Florida and better weather. We had spent 2 nights for free at beautiful harvest hosts in bourbon country. So it was a bit of a letdown to have to pay for a noisy interstate frontage campground. But it's all part of the adventure.